Today is gonna be a good one. I already broke Terrace and we didn't even start.
I literally. I want to say I can't believe you've done this, but at this point, I don't know why I'm even expecting it. This is just not healthy.
Shame that it wasn't unmuted for this. So, oh well, get scammed. For anyone watching.
Wow, you're a scammer now. Well done.
I mean, I've been a scammer for quite a while. Kind of just what I do.
Well, don't do that.
Don't do the Bible, kids. Stay in school, do terrace.
Do not do the Bible. That's a fucking awful idea. Whatever you do not do what Skysis is forcing me to do.
Forcing? I mean, to be fair, you're literally getting paid. In some way.
I mean, well, last year.
Okay, here's the thing: you're getting paid for your time, not for the psychological damage I incur. Obviously.
Last stream I literally did get paid. So.
Anything else you want to share?
I should have brought more snacks. I actually forgot about this until you called me. Yeah, your call actually gave me a fright. I was like, what the fuck? Like, who? When I saw your name, I was like, oh, yeah.
Just set yourself an alarm. That's what I do.
No,
I mean, not like I would actually forget, but just
I do have an alarm. It looks a bit like Skydus.
Okay, I don't think you have anything else interesting to say. Just, I mean,
Wow,
you're not really that interested.
Wow. That's right in the fields, man. Right in the fields.
Which fields?
Yeah,
the crop fields?
I guess I'm starting drinking early today.
I think that might be a record, though. We're effectively like less than 3 minutes into this, and I already managed to.
I need to make Pepsi. Give me a moment.
Okay, you know what? While you do that, I do the important part. Numbers 15. The Lord spoke to Osmosis, saying...
I forgot we did that fight in the place.
I'm so glad that you remember, though. I was unsure if you would actually remember.
I very much remember. Unfortunately.
Here's the thing, Terrace. If you remember, you clearly haven't been drinking enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that this time round.
Okay. Hey, that means we get a longer stream this session. Oh yeah, also, I don't know if you were around, but I figured out it's called Sekiro. It's not anything else. I figured out what it's pronounced, so I have half an hour of redeemable time at some point.
Nice.
Anyways, yeah, the Lord spoke to Osmosis.
Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah, fuck.
Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, when you will have entered into the land of your habitation, which I will give you, and you make an offering to the Lord as a holocaust or as a victim, paying your vows or as a voluntary offering of gifts, or in your solemnities, burning a sweet odor to the Lord, whether from the coxswain or from the sheep. Whoever immolates the victim shall offer a sacrifice of fine wheat flour, the 10th part of an ephah, sprinkled with oil, which shall have the measure of the 4th part of a hin, and he shall give the same measure of wine. I don't think we had a mention of wine before. Poured out as libations, whether as a holocaust or as a victim. Yeah, that might be the first mentioning of wine. I'm really not sure.
My Pepsi is black.
I just want to purposefully misinterpret this part. You make an offering to the Lord as a holocaust or as a victim. So I can make an offering to the Lord as a victim of bullying? Like if I'm being bullied, I can make an offering as a victim? Does that work?
I mean, you are a victim.
So
I
I'm
mean, you're
making
not
an
wrong.
offering as a victim.
He didn't specify, and if we know anything, the Bible does like to specify.
A victim? But I hardly know him.
That doesn't even make sense. That's why? Why must you be like this?
Because you haven't started drinking yet. And you
Well,
said that you're gonna have to start early, and the Lord already spoke to osmosis, so you've got some work to do. There we go, attaboy. Attaboy,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have Twitter replies enabled.
What?
Add someone on Twitter. Come on.
My fucking God.
Attaboy. Today's gonna be a good one.
Is it? Well, wait, right. That's it. Like, the stream's cancelled due to lack of interest.
Wait, there's interest? I didn't even put any money in. How would I get interest? Okay, I got even. To quote a great contemporary of our time, Skytis is on a fucking road today.
Hey, I know him. He's me.
But to be fair, Terrace is also on a roll, but he's on a payroll.
Are you fucking done?
Saturday is such a great day.
I'm so glad we're doing this on a Saturday, not a Sunday, so I can fucking get absolutely fucking wasted.
With each lamb and each ram there shall be a sacrifice of fine wheat flour of 2/10, which shall be sprinkled with 1/3 of a hin of oil. And he shall offer the same measure, 1/3 part of wine for the libation, as a sweet odor to the Lord. So the thing that I don't understand, isn't an odor something that you smell?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, yes, but...
So, how... We've been talking about it this entire time, like, sweet odor to the Lord, everything, like... So, the wine is a sweet odor, so we just pour the wine for the Lord, but he doesn't drink it, he's just like... yeah, that's the stuff.
Did it again.
If I wasn't so lazy, I would just clip this, take the soundbite, and play it back every time it mentions the sweet odor.
Hey, Skyders, would you like some haggis?
I don't remember what it is. I just remember that it's a Scottish, I think, specialty, and that I heard what's in it, and it sounds fucking disgusting. It's basically the Scottish or wherever it's from equivalent of Marmite. And hold on, can you show the haggis, like the actual haggis in the can to the camera?
No, of course I can. Yeah, it looks a bit like dog food.
Literally, that's literally what I wanted you to show. It literally does look like dog food. I had a dog, so I would know.
In my defense, it's fucking amazing.
You tried dog food?
I actually have.
Okay,
and cat food, and I must say, cats have it way better. Like, fucking cat food fucking slaps. You put some salt on that bad boy and you really got something. Like I mean, like the wet food, like the canned stuff. It's
Wait,
fucking...
What about the canned stuff? Canned what? What canned it?
Don't fucking...
Wait, it can't don't?
That fucking... Can I just point out that this glass was filled halfway with 50% alcohol, and I just downed it. I'm already feeling the effects.
Good.
So this is gonna be a very interesting stream.
Yeah, maybe you should eat a little less so you feel even more of it.
No, well, I would, but I need to keep myself entertained, and one of the most entertaining thing is eating. So that's why I've got, you can't see, but I got the ironing board that I iron my shirts on is just filled with just random crap. This is I'm gonna enjoy this later as well. It's just rice.
Yeah,
with
I see it.
beans and something. I don't know. It's rice. Fuck off. That alcohol's kicking in hard. By the way, holy shit. That was. I wonder if that was a mistake, but it's probably for the
better. Yet truly, when you will offer from the coxswain a holocaust or a victim, in order to fulfill your vow, or for peace offering victims, you shall give for each cox 3/10 of fine wheat flour, sprinkled with oil, which has the measure of 1/2 of 1 hin. And the wine poured out as libations shall be of the same measure as an oblation of most sweet odor to the Lord. I still think that we should replace the hin, because I have no fucking clue how much a hin is. I need a hint.
Okay, then find out. Replace it.
How about you do that? Because I'm busy reading the Bible. I mean, how long do you want to spend? You know, any moment I don't spend reading the Bible means it's just gonna take longer. This undertaking.
I mean, I don't mind doing this until we die. In fact, I'll be happy dying knowing I haven't finished the Bible.
I mean, we can work on that. I can try to up my pun game to 11, and you'll just die of alcohol poisoning, and then I'll get banned off Twitch, and that's the end of this.
Wow, genius. I think it might be worthwhile including the fact that we're drinking somewhere in your stream title, like, you know, like drunk stream in brackets or something. Because that might attract some people, and it's not false at all. Like, it's on fucking point.
Yeah, if I remember next time.
or this time.
I'm not editing my title now. I'm too lazy.
Wow, fucking.
Oh! A good verse is coming up. This is going into the best of. So shall you do. For each cox and ram and lamb and young goat. What a great verse again. Like, both of these individually are just...
What's the word you tried? You a hin. I found it.
Both natives...
I just googled hin, you know, Bible meaning, but for some unknown reason my brain spelled Bible with 2 L's, and I'm just looking at it like, what?
Okay, I think
it's got two L's.
Yeah,
2 L's.
One for the Bible, one for you. Both natives and sojourners shall offer sacrifices by the same rituals. Also, by the way, yet another great verse. Both natives and sojourners. That's one verse. And then, shall offer sacrifices by the same rituals. There shall be one precept and one judgment, as much for yourselves as for newcomers to the land.
I found out what hin is.
Replace it just like you did with...
I'm fucking on it so hard you can't even imagine. Replace all.
And you know what? While you're on it, and the Lord spoke to us Moses, saying,
Wait. I've got. Here's one I found earlier.
Wait, what? 5.7 liters. We're talking about normal people liters.
Yes.
Because I have no fucking idea how much a gallon is, but yeah.
Yeah, so, it's for the Americans. You know what Americans are like. They like their gallons.
Yeah, but I'm just... So, for each cox, 3/10 of fine wheat flour sprinkled with oil, which has the measure of 1/2 of 1 hin. So, half of a hin. So, half of 5.7 liters of oil.
That's like that's still a lot of oil.
That's a lot of oil for one cox. And also,
Are they rubbing the
no,
cocks?
no, no,
Are they
no, 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 no,
are
no.
they rubbing the
No.
oil on the cocks?
No, that's the point. For each cox, 3/10 of fine wheat flour sprinkled with oil. So the wheat flour, so 3/10, however much a tenth of that is. So there's just flour literally drowning in oil.
That's gonna make a very, very
Disgusting.
a very wet loaf of bread. I need to do the Bible upgrade sheet. Hold.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck! Right? Can I just take a
Yeah.
moment to appreciate how much that one me chugging that first glass has fucking fucked me up. I already feel as drunk as I was last stream.
Maybe you should
Like,
stand up and spin in a circle 2 times and see what happens.
I think I'll be more or less fine, and I'm sure probably Twitch might have something to say about me falling over like a tree, but like the stuff I'm drinking, it's 50% moonshine, which means
Is it my moonshine?
No. Essentially, I drank a quarter of this glass of just pure alcohol because I put half of this in. That's a lot of alcohol. Kids don't do alcohol or something. Although if you're reading this, you probably should.
Okay, so Terrace has a point. Yeah, don't abuse alcohol. But if you have to read the Bible, like quite honestly, you deserve. You need. You must.
Right. You know how YouTubers do dangerous things, and they're like, "Don't do this. I'm doing it so you don't have to." Yeah, that's me with alcohol. I'm gonna
Sure.
I'm gonna drink this, and you don't drink out. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say if you're legally allowed to drink alcohol and you for some reason have to read the Bible, and you're not you can't read our version, yeah, try alcohol.
I mean to be fair, if I were to be like I do actually plan to reread the Bible in the future, but like the actual more cohesive version of it, not the fucking crack-filled version we have.
But that's only going to be like 100 pages.
Because I have read the whatever the fuck the more accepted version of the Bible is. The actual more contextually one that makes sense.
There's no accepted version of the Bible. I refuse.
And it just makes so much fucking sense. The one that we have found is honestly, whoever fucking translated this was on a fucking crack binge of their lifetime.
Good. So we found the good one. We found the content Bible. Well, I mean, it's the free version of the Bible, so obviously.
Oh.
If the only payment you get is like maybe a blessing from the Lord, how much effort would you put into this?
I mean, I think we should really.
And I bet it's a left-hand blessing as well.
Oh,
so
we should have really checked how Twitch's copyright things work, and then just figured out if we can actually use the proper Bible.
Well, Twitch doesn't have specific copyright things. It's just you're not allowed to use someone else's stuff because that's what copyright is for. You're technically not even allowed to show other YouTube videos or anything or other streams on Twitch unless you have their consent. So,
what if we found the guy who made the proper version of the Bible and I contacted him and got permission for it?
Then it would work. But yeah, legally speaking, you're not allowed to. I mean, legally speaking, you're also not you're not even allowed to stream games, but it's just like kind of nobody really cares, so it's just And same with YouTube, most people just kind of realize, well, it just gives me publicity if like the biggest streamer on Twitch watches my videos, so nobody really cares for the most part. But yeah, that's the legal.
I honestly feel a lot drunker than I think I should be.
Drunker?
Don't say it. I don't.
But you hardly drink?
No! Fuck you.
I don't even have to say. You're just gonna cry anyway.
I'm just gonna butter my side. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna be right back. Well, I'll be right back in a minute. I mean, I won't be back in 1 minute. I'm gonna leave in 1 minute, and then I'll be right back. But I'm gonna take some bread, and I'm gonna
56.
don't shut the fuck up. I haven't actually left yet. I'm gonna
you're gonna leave in a minute.
I did, yeah. I'm gonna go toast some bread, and then I'll be back.
Honestly, I was kind of getting worried that you don't toast your bread. That's just.
Yeah, I'm also gonna grab some Marmite because I have that in my cupboard, and I've got a very, very mixed relationship with Marmite, where I like it, but I don't like it.
So you kind of have an open relationship.
You know what? Fuck you. Yes, I do. I'll be right back. Maybe if I don't fall over and die, or just give up altogether. I might just curl up into the fetal position in my kitchen and decide, fuck it, I'm not coming back. So be prepared for the possibility of that being a thing.
And we don't need Terrace anyway. He doesn't provide any of value to this. The Lord spoke to us Moses, right? Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall say to them, when you will arrive in the land... We literally have this already. When you will arrive in the land which I will give to you, and when you will eat from the bread of that region... Oh, wait, we have a second type of bread. So there's the bread of the presence, and the bread of that region, and the bread of terrors. We have 3 types of breads, or breads. What? We have 3 types of bread already. You shall separate the first fruits to the lard from the food that you eat, just as you separate the first fruits of your threshing. What the? That was a mistake. Terrace did it all wrong. He didn't include the spaces. Terrace.
I can hear you laughing. I'll be back in a minute.
You ruined it. Just as you separate the first fruits of your threshing, 1.5 US gallons, 5.7 liters, floors, so also shall you give the first fruits of your cooked grains to the lard. And if, through ignorance, you neglect any of these thin 1.5 US gallons, 5.7 liters, which the Lord had spoken to us. This does not work. This is not readable anymore. Can I undo terraces, or will this undo my last edit? I'm just... You know what? We're just gonna wait for him to come back. I'll try my best. Which the Lord has spoken to us, Moses. Also, I don't know if that counts. Moses trying to carry toasted bread. Yeah, predictable. Yeah, shame that you only have one hand and you can't juggle it back and forth.
My toast is really hot.
Yeah, but you could just juggle it back and forth between your 2 hands.
I did, but it's really hot, so it was like Anyway, I got toast now, and I got Marmite.
Before you continue, we have to. Please look at 1520, okay?
15. You think I can fucking count? Right, 1520. From the foods that you eat, just as you separate the first fruit of your threshing. The fuck is that? Threshing. What?
And now check 1522. Maybe you'll figure it out.
1522. And if through ignorance you neglect any of these thin. You're so fucking welcome, by the way.
The Bible, literally, I can't read this. You have to undo this. You have to replace with the spaces around it.
I'm sorry, that's not possible.
Terrace.
Yes.
I'm being serious. This is not readable anymore. This one is not okay.
For fuck's sake. Fine, I'll see what
just
I can
replace
do. I'll do Control Z and
space hin. Or you know what? Just to be sure, space hin space with space hin space in brackets blah 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 space. Just yeah, you'll figure.
Hey Skytus, I got a question that relates to the nature of Skytus.
Skytus doesn't nature.
You know how you relate to yourself as the Nickelback or the Marmite?
No, I don't anymore.
Okay, well, see, but
I used to, but I realized that it's dumb.
Okay,
People
well,
don't
you
love or hate me. They do both. They either just hate me or they hate and love me.
I have a strong urge to agree, and I can't tell why. Anyway, so have you actually ever had Marmite?
No.
Yeah, I think you should. It might give you a whole new understanding of what your personality is like.
I don't think I need to know that. I just need more puns to kill you with. You know, just like that song, killing him swiftly with those puns.
What? The fuck are you
anyway,
drinking?
I have a question, Terrace.
I probably have an answer. I fucking hope.
Where was it? Blah blah. And if through ignorance you neglect any of these things which the Lord has spoken to osmosis, does that count?
Yes. So what are you drinking tonight, Skydus?
I found some energy drink and I certainly have some vodka.
But how much of what you're drinking is vodka?
A third? Maybe.
That's an alright. Yeah, that's an alright. I'll accept that. That's an alright ratio.
I mean, it has to be enough to make you bear it. Which the Lord has spoken to osmosis, and which he has commanded through him for you, from the day that he began to command and thereafter. And if the multitude will have forgotten to do it, then they shall offer a calf from the herd, then they shall offer a calf from the herd, a holocaust as a most sweet odor to the Lord, and its sacrifice and libations, just as the ceremonies asked, and a he-goat for sin. And the priest shall pray for the entire multitude of the sons of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them. It shall be forgiven them. Because they did not sin willfully. Nevertheless, they shall offer incest to the Lord for themselves, and for sin, as well as for their error. And it shall be forgiven all the people of... What? And it shall be forgiven all the people of the sons of Israel. Well, that's just great writing. As well as the newcomers who sojourn among them, for it is the culpability of all the people through neglect. But if one soul will have sinned by not knowing, he shall offer a 1-year-old she-goat. She-goat? Terrace, what did you do?
I didn't.
This might just be the first mention of a she-goat. I'm not sure. It's just been so long that I forgot.
I can definitely taste the Marmite in this toast.
So, female goats do have a use after all.
Very specific situation, yeah.
Yeah. And the priest shall pray for him, because he sinned unknowingly before the Lord. Yeah, we literally just had that. Thanks. And he shall obtain pardon for him, and it will be forgiven him. One law shall be for all who sin by ignorance, as much for natives as for newcomers. Yet truly, the soul who commits any of these acts through arrogance whether he is citizen or sojourner, because he has rebelled against the Lord, shall perish from among his people. For he has despised the word of the Lord, and he has nullified his precept. For this reason he shall be destroyed, and he shall bear his iniquity. And it happened that when the sons of Israel were in the wilderness, and they had found a man collecting wood on the day of the Sabbath, they brought him to us Moses, and triple Aaron, and the whole multitude. And they enclosed him in a prison, not knowing what they should do with him. And the Lord said to us Moses, let that man be put to death. Let the entire crowd crush him with stones outside the camp. And when they had let him out, they overwhelmed him with stones. And he died, just as the Lord had instructed, and just as it happened in Rust.
You know why I think it's really funny?
Me.
I mean, you're not wrong, but on an unrelated note to you, I think at some point in my life...
Unrelated note to you, your mom.
That's... Again, not wrong. However, at some point in my life in the future, because I mean, I'm gonna live the current one, the one that the terrace, that one.
It's not a life.
In my life, yeah, sure, whatever. At some point in the next 10 years that I'm probably gonna live, at least, unless I get run over by a bus, I'm gonna possibly end up in a church. And they're gonna say, and Lord said to Moses, and I'm gonna immediately start looking around for a drink, and then I'll realize that I'm doing that, and then I'll just end up fucking chuckling to myself, and that will all be your fault. That phrase is now like hard coded into me to start looking for a drink, and I blame you for that. I'm gonna continue eating toast.
However, there's one error in your prediction.
What would that be?
Why the fuck would... Like, okay, we're reading the Bible, yeah? You realize how stupid the Bible is, right?
Yes.
Why would you ever, in your life or the next life or any reincarnation or anything of you, ever think to set foot in a church?
Okay, well, imagine this very unlikely scenario, right? Bear in mind, I said in the next 10 years, right? Imagine this very unlikely scenario of me finding a female partner, and then we have a child, and then she's religious, and she decides she wants the child baptized, or whatever it is that kids do these days.
Objection. And I'm not talking about the...
Go on.
No, but seriously, objection. So, sure, you might find a woman. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not doubting or disputing that. That's fine. However, you're saying she might be religious, and I'm just gonna say, no, it doesn't matter how nice of a person she is. You would not get along with a religious person after this.
I think you underestimate how accepting I can be of people.
No, okay, you don't understand.
Like as long as she doesn't try to convert me or shove it down my throat, I don't give a shit what she believes. Yeah, she can believe in astrology for all I care.
Well, even if she doesn't
which I have a personal grudge with, by the way.
Well, even if she doesn't shove it down your throat, and while you're shoving it down her throat, no, but seriously, even if that's the case, like she will occasionally mention it. Because that's just, if she's that religious that she actually cares enough, and you will just not be able to take anything seriously.
I don't need to take it seriously.
Yeah, and that's the point. And then she will just take offense because she just thinks you're not taking her seriously or making fun of her. Because religion is part of her identity, and you're maybe accepting it, but you're not understanding of it because.
But she might also be acceptant of the fact that I don't care for the Bible. And even me mocking her might just be her going, "Oh well, that's just who he is." And
then she's not that religious, and then she's not gonna want.
I mean, religious people believe in the Bible and all this stuff, It doesn't mean they defend it religiously.
No.
Not intended.
They believe in what they think it says in the Bible. Big difference. Well, you know what? Give me a call when you found her.
I mean, I did say 5 years, so I'll give you a call in 5 years. And if I don't, if I don't find her, then plan B. I won't tell you what I dropped my cheese. I won't tell you what plan B is.
You resort to cheesy pickup lines.
I mean, I am holding a sliced cheese. I'll give you that one.
Yes. And you know what? The line is going to be so good that all the girls are just going to melt away.
Wow. That is I mean, yeah, sure. You know what? I dropped my bin bag. I can't.
I'm just waiting for you to fall over.
I mean, that would be good content. I'll give you that.
This is your throwing up bag?
I mean, to be fair, I'm already having suspicious amounts of luck on dating things. I mean, believe it or not, I've had like 3 women this year. That's like a new record. You know what? I went from 0 to 3. That's like.
Okay, what constitutes a woman and what constitutes having?
The answer is yes.
Okay, I see. Okay, you know what? Fine. Just one question. Just one then. How much did you pay?
Not a dime.
Okay, so you paid through other means.
No.
The Lord also said to Moses, "Speak to the sons of Israel, and you shall tell them to make for themselves hems at the corners of their cloaks, placing in them ribbons of hyacinth, so that when they see these, they may remember all the commandments of the Lord, and they may not follow their own thoughts and eyes, fornicating in various ways." Oh yeah, sure, I see this thing on my coat, and then I'm like, oh yeah, right, the 10 commandments, I remember all of them now.
Wow, that's I mean, I don't remember even one of them.
You shall not drop. Okay, one of the commandments was easy to remember. You shall not drop the other 9 commandments.
I got his 15. 10. I got 10.
Fornicating in various ways, but instead they, being more mindful of the precepts of the Lord, may do them. It may be holy to their skytus. I am the Lord your skytus, who led you away from the land of Egypt, so that I may be your skytus.
That's a lot of skytus.
I have one question. Did we also agree that I am the Lord your skytus?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah.
If we both think that it has, it doesn't matter. It is from now on, either way.
If it wasn't, it is now.
Number 16. Then, behold, Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of... Wait. Oh, Kohath. Okay, the names are just similar. Then, behold, Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, with Dathan, or Dathan, whichever one you want, and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and also on the son of Peleth, of the sons of Reuben, rose up against Osmosis. What am I, help terrorists, what am I even reading? Why is this capitalized? What did you do?
Where are we?
Number 16, at the very beginning. I highlighted where we are.
16, I don't think it was me.
Okay, so once again, then behold, Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, sure, so one person, and here are the parents, together with, I guess, Dathan and Abiram, who are both the sons of Eliab.
Why is uncapitalized?
And also on this... So, let me recap. So Korah, together with Dathan and Abiram, who are the sons of Eliab, and who are also on the son of Peleb. So they're literally just mounting him?
I mean, is this just like a really? But what if I don't know what I had a thought in my head and I was gonna say it and my brain just turned off. So I'm gonna go with yes. They're mounting him.
Okay, so so those two, Dathan and Abiram, whose daddy is Eliab, were mounting the son of Peleth, who is of the sons of Reuben. And all those three together, so Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, rose up against osmosis. And they were like, no more osmosis. We will...
Either I forgot I ate a piece of toast or someone ate my toast.
You know what? You know what's amazing? This is being broadcasted live and recorded. You can check. You can literally go and check.
That is so much more effort than it's worth. I'm not complaining or asking, I'm just stating it, right? It's just a statement.
You know what you should do?
Because I made 4 pieces of toast, and then I ate a piece of toast, and now there's just 2 pieces of toast. So either I ate 2 pieces of toast and only remember eating 1, or someone stole a piece of toast. And to be fair, with how observant I am, I think both are just as likely.
Maybe you should just dip your toast in your drink. Why? You're like not even like a monkey. I don't even know. It's just, hey Terrence, smack yourself so on the head that you knock yourself out. Okay. It's just, why do you do this?
That is fucking weird.
Oh, weird. Okay.
It's like eating wet bread, but it's alcohol. But it tastes like exactly like the drink, which is Pepsi mixed with moonshine, mixed with sour candy. Because I put sour candy in my moonshine, which is a really weird idea, but it works. Anyway, I don't like wet bread, but a wet bread with alcohol is
better to have wet bread than wet bed.
And that's a fucking phrase to go by in your life. There you go. If you take anything from this stream, it should be that line right there.
No, if you take anything from this, it should be the alcohol, so you can consume it if you ever read the Bible.
I wouldn't recommend that to my worst enemy, to be fair.
Okay, but what about your parents?
To be fair, they might learn a thing or two. For those who aren't aware of...
I just know... Oh, you're talking about reading the Bible. I thought you were talking about drinking alcohol if you have to read the Bible. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
For those unaware, me and my parents don't really get along, and it's funny, so just laugh at it.
Don't really get along. Understatement of the century? As far as I know, I mean, it's your private life. You know, you share what you want, but I think it's an understatement from what I understand.
Okay. Let me rephrase this. Right, you could come to my house, beat the fuck out of me, take everything I own, and I still wouldn't hate you as much as I hate my parents. That's yeah.
Are you stating or offering? I mean,
well, if you know where I live, it's an offer. Fuck it, why not?
I mean, I'm already in your head. You know, it's not that far. Just gotta come out.
You're like a fucking slug. Anyway.
So they rose up against osmosis with 250 others of the sons of Israel, leading men of the assembly, and who, at the time of a council, would be called by name. What? So
what name?
They rose up with 250 others. They led men of the assembly that would be called by name. So I guess just important people. I think this is what this is trying to say. Just they rose up with some like higher ups. And when they had stood against osmosis and triple Aaron, they said, let it be sufficient for you that the entire multitude is of holy ones. What? And that the Lord is among them. Why do you elevate yourselves above the people of the Lord? When Moses had heard this, he fell prone on his face.
Everybody doing a flop.
It's literally a SDF movie.
Well, I guess we know what the thumbnail is now.
Maybe you should maybe you should write that down so you can just.
I've got the memory of a fucking elephant now. I'll remember it.
Sure, you do.
I'll just remember it, or a fucking spite now, if anything else. And if there's one thing you should know is how spiteful I can be.
Give me an example. How spiteful are you? Tell me about your parents.
I think there are some things that are best left unsaid on a public live stream.
If I had a beeping button, I would say the N-word right now. And speaking to Korah and to the entire multitude, he said, so is he still on the ground? Okay, you know what? Sure. And speaking to Korah and to the entire multitude, he said, "In the morning, the Lord will cause it to be known who belongs to him.
I've got a question. I think I missed a plot point. What the fuck are you doing?"
Moses fell prone on his face. And then he's speaking to Korah and it didn't say that he stood up.
Oh my fucking god! I'm sorry, but I think every single person in the world, which is about 8 billion, minus the 2 people that are watching, is just missing out big time. This is to be witnessed by so many more people.
You should send a link to your parents.
Oh my fucking god! See, I would, but then they'll just try and call me.
What would they call you?
Skydus or something. I don't know.
I mean, that sounds a lot better than what I heard so far from what you said. But yeah. So anyway, said in the morning the Lord will call to be known who belongs to him, and which holy ones he will join to himself, and whoever he will choose.
I've got another question.
I'm not done, Terry. Shut up. Therefore, do this. Each one of you, Korah and all your associates, take your censer and throw fire into it tomorrow. Place incense upon it before the Lord, and whomever he will choose, the same shall be holy. You sons of Levi have been raised up greatly. Yes, Terrace?
Are you gonna read the rest of the Bible like this?
I mean, only if they're on their face. He fell prone on his face. That's the point.
Understandable.
And he said again to Korah, I'm assuming we're interrupting the speech because he now stood up in the meantime. Listen, sons of Levi, is it a small thing to you that the Skydus of Israel has separated you from all the people and has joined you to himself so that you would serve him in the rituals of the tabernacle and stand before gatherings of the people and minister to him? Was the reason that he caused you and all your brothers, the sons of Levi, to approach him so that you would even claim for yourselves the priesthood too? And so that your entire group would stand against the Lord? For what is triple Aaron that you should murmur against him? Therefore, Moses sent to call for Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, who responded, "We will not come." Woo-woo. Is it a small matter to you that you have led us away from a land that was flowing with milk and honey, so as to kill us in the desert, unless you could also be a ruler over us? So they're still not over Egypt. Just your like weekly reminder that they're still not over it. You have led us, it is true, to a land that flows with streams of milk and honey. Well, now we have streams.
Wow.
And you and you have given us possession of fields and vineyards. Yeah, you've basically led us here into this amazing land. You've given us all of this, but like, you led us away from Egypt where we could just be slaves. Fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah, give us possession of fields and vineyards. But will you also tear out our eyes? We will not come.
Full stop.
What, like, is Moses just Doom guy? Yeah, he will just rip out their eyes. Sure. Rip and tear, why not? And Osmosis, being very angry, said to the Lord, hey Terrace, Osmosis said something to the Lord again. Does that count? Or is it the specific wording?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You know it's double, right? Yeah, I think it's refill time.
It's fine, I got soup. I'm gonna enjoy my soup. Anyone watching can enjoy me eat my soup. It's a very nice soup. It's I can't read. You can read this. There you go. That's what the soup is. It's yeah, it's a long word. I'm gonna put some pepper in it. I would like to clarify to anyone who's actually paying attention to the stream that I've had probably more alcohol than I should be allowed to, and we can all blame Skydus. I'm gonna blame Skydus. It's fine. You can blame Skydus too. It's only normal. It's only natural. I got some soup on my knuckle. I think Skydus is coming back. Hey, Skydus.
Hey, Terrace, I noticed something.
Hey, Skydus. I got soup.
Good for you.
I'm eating it cold.
You know what I realized? Egg is basically dog food, which is quite fitting for you because you're a fucking bitch.
That I am.
No, you're actually anything but that. I mean, you eat the. Hey, Terrace, put your bread into your drink and eat it. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, no.
I'll put some butter on it first.
Put some butter on your glass, yeah.
I'm gonna put it in my soup since technically a soup is a drink. Because you know what, bread. Let's try this again. Bread in my soup sounds good.
Yeah, better than inbred in your soup.
That too. Although, I mean, to be fair, imagine a scenario where you have like a really hot cousin and she's into you. It's an option. I should stop drinking alcohol.
And Moses, being very angry, said to the Lord, "Do not look with favor on their sacrifices. You know that I have not accepted from them at any time so much as a young donkey." Oh, hey, another mention of donkeys. Nor have I afflicted
are donkeys
any of them.
animals?
They're donkeys.
Are they animals?
They're donkeys.
Are they animals?
They're keys.
Okay, that's understandable.
You know what? They play a key role in this. And he said to Korah, "You and your congregation stand alone before the Lord and apart from Triple Aaron tomorrow. Let each one of you take censers and place incense in them, offering to the Lord 250 censers. Let Triple Aaron also hold his censer." So he's basically challenging them to a fucking cooking showdown or 1v1 duel or something.
Yeah, is it a game of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Time to the duel?
I mean, I'll go. I do actually have Yu-Gi-Oh
I
cards.
think I only know the German phrase for obvious reasons. So
What is the German version?
Zeitverein Duell.
Nice.
Yeah, they got into some trouble because of the root sandstorm, but it's all sorted out now.
Hey, Skydus.
But it's literally the translation of it, 1-to-1, basically.
Hey, Skydus, can you teach me some German?
German, Deutsch. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Deutsch,
yes. And some, ein bisschen. Ein bisschen Deutsch, some German. Okay, I taught you some German.
Nice. Nice.
Literally and figuratively. You're so welcome.
I thank you greatly. I made toast sticks.
Good for you.
It is. They're like fucking
When they had
great.
done this, Osmosis and Triple Aaron stood up. And, having crowded the entire multitude close to them at the door of the tabernacle, the glory of the Lord appeared to them all. Ooh fucking woo, I guess.
I have another question.
I still don't know what the glory of the Lord is. But I would like
what's the tabernacle again?
That's basically their temple. The thing that they break down and build up every time they move. It has like the tabernacle of the testimony, where they have that's where all the priests do their sacrifices to the Lord.
So is there always only one?
I assume so. Remember when we had all the dimensions, like the building instructions? You know, the IKEA episode? That was for the tabernacle.
Ah, right, okay.
And a few other things, but yeah, it's the giant building with all the things, and then they have to wrap it in stuff so the Levites or whoever can carry it, because they're not allowed to see or touch it, but they have to carry it, just like all that bullshit. It's basically their temple. That's how I'm imagining it. It's just a stupid temple. The glory of the Lord appeared to them all. And the Lord, speaking to Osmosis and Triple Aaron, said,
Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait, I gotta finish my toast stick.
Separate yourselves from the midst of this congregation, so that I may suddenly destroy them.
I got some cinnamon.
Sin.
I can fucking do this.
Are you confessing your sin right now?
No. It starts with a C.
Dude, no, shut up. I'm gonna I just had the greatest idea. You know Digimon, right?
I vaguely heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. There should be a Digimon that's just a fucking sinner, and they shall call it Cinnamon.
I got a thing. It's a cinnamon liquor.
Wait, holy shit. Hold on, look at the bottle again. It says Connor on it. Turn it around, you fucking...
I remember why. I thought, yeah. You remember Turtle?
Oh yeah, right.
That's his name. He bought me this on my I think it was my 21st birthday he bought it for me.
Why is his name on your bottle then?
Because he bought it and then I got drunk and then I think I just wrote his name on it for some reason or another. It was a long time. I can't remember why I wrote his name on it. It was a long time ago.
Good.
I genuinely couldn't tell you why it's there. So I will, give me a sec. I still got a drink for the thing where he says the thing. And
Connor?
Yeah, that's what one. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I hardly know.
Can you do me a favor? Do me a favor and message Turtle with the word Connor, and then just don't say anything else.
Okay, he's online on Steam right now. So.
Yeah, it's and remember it's two N's.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the word Connor with one N.
Well, I don't know how many times you've seen the word Connor.
I've
seeing
seen the name in German
how you live
well.
it. Yeah, fair enough.
Or at least I knew like two people who were called Connor, so
okay, understandable. It's a very common British name, like an alarmingly common British name. Like, as in, I know an alarming amount of people with that name. And I don't know many people, nor do I remember many names.
I mean, to be fair, you know all the important people.
This is like absolutely terrible, by the way.
Separate yourselves from the midst of this congregation so that I may suddenly destroy them. And they're totally not going to see this coming. Yeah.
I forgot I got soy sauce on my desk for no reason whatsoever, so I'm going to put it in my soup.
But they fell prone on their faces and said, "O strong one, the sparkles of the spirit of our flesh, did your anger rage against all for the sin of one?" And the Lord said to Osmosis,
Well, I can't believe you've done this.
I didn't, the Bible did. I'm not making this up. Instruct the entire people to separate from the tents of Korah and Dathan and Abiram. And Osmosis rose up and went to Dathan and Abiram. And the elders of Israel followed him, and he said to the crowd, "Withdraw from the tabernacles of these impious men, and touch nothing which pertains to them, lest you become involved in their sins." And when they had withdrawn from their tents all around, Dathan and Abiram came out and stood at the entrance of their pavilions, with their wives and children, and with all their associates. You're asking me because I wrote the Bible. Yeah, I'm entirely 100% sure. I saw it with my own eyes.
Understandable.
But then the ice melted, so I didn't see it anymore.
Wow, are your eyes made of ice?
No, I saw it with my own eyes, not eyes.
But how? But how?
I'm special. I am the largest Gitis.
Moving on swiftly.
And Osmosis said, "By this shall you know that the Lord has sent me to do all that you discern, and that I have not brought these things out of my own heart. If these men pass away by the common death of men, or if they will be visited by a scourge of a kind by which others are often visited, then the Lord did not send me. But if the Lord accomplishes something new, so that the earth opens its mouth and swallows them whole, along with everything that belongs to them, and they descend alive into the underworld, then you shall know that they have blasphemed against they have blasphemed the Lord." It's not against, it's just blasphemy. Okay, I thought it's against. No, whatever. "Therefore, as soon as he had ceased to speak, the earth broke open under their feet, and opening its mouth, it devoured them with their tabernacles and their entire substance." Hey, Terrace, remember the question you had earlier?
What was my question?
Okay, let me just read this again. "And opening its mouth, it devoured them with their tabernacles." So,
what?
They have multiple tabernacles, apparently.
There's more than one.
Yeah, and apparently every higher up probably has their own one or something, because the earth devoured them, which is like, what was his name? Dedham and Abiram or whoever. So those two were devoured with their tabernacles. So at least those two have each an individual one.
Can we not just replace the word tabernacle with the word church?
How about you just look up what a tabernacle is?
That's a good idea. I'll do that.
And you know what? If it's anything like a church, just replace tabernacle with budget church.
I'll do that. Tabernacle.
Or maybe replace
I got a picture.
You know, in case you do replace tabernacle without the E with church, because then it'll be churches in plural.
A Skydus.
A terrace.
I found a picture. This is a tabernacle. Like every single picture shows this essentially. It's just a glorified tent filled with gold. It's not even very big.
Just replace tabernacle with tent church. But as I said, replace Tabernacl.
Yeah.
No, wait, then we have... no, that doesn't work. Never mind, because if we have a singular tabernacle, then we'll be churchy. Yeah, the problem is that...
According to the Hebrew Bible, the tabernacle, meaning residence or dwelling place, also known as the tent of congregation, also meaning tent of meeting, was the portable earthly dwelling place of Jehovah, used by the Israeli.
It's the dwelling place of Jehovah, so it's just like the house where God is, which is a church.
It's supposed to be portable.
Yeah, portable tent budget shit church. Fuck you. That's what it is.
What? No, it's a portable earthly dwelling place of Jehovah. Fuck you.
Okay, replace tabernacle with that, and we're never gonna be done with this book.
I fucking will. Fucking watch me.
And it devoured them with their tabernacles. So apparently everybody had their own, even though they're fucking gigantic and all have a ton of gold. But apparently back then everybody just... I guess they just figured out the duplication glitch and everybody just had infinite gold to build whatever.
Well, I mean, the early versions of Minecraft had a very easy dupe glitch, so I presume that's what they did.
I'm thinking of the Diablo duping glitch. That's also pretty easy to execute once you know how it works.
I, as someone who has played Minecraft religiously, it's very common.
Get it?
I might have said that on purpose.
I just wanted to make sure.
I'm sure you did. Would you like some rice?
Devour them with their tabernacles and their entire substance. And they descended alive. The ground closing around them into the underworld. And they perished from the midst of the multitude? Wait. Harris, what did you do?
I didn't. It's a word. It's a word. Look it up.
Multitude.
Look it up.
Okay, I will. Multitude. Did you mean multitude? No, I literally mean multitude.
I'm pretty sure that's a word. At least I've heard it before.
You know what? Let me just copy so I don't misspell. Multitude.
There's rice all over my floor now, but we won't talk about that.
What is the correct spelling for multitude? This word, multitude, may be misspelled. Below you can find suggested words. Latitude. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Multitude. Militated. Multitudes. Yeah, they literally just...
There's corn in my soup now. Because the rice...
You know what? There's also corn in me. And you want to know why?
Because you're corny.
No, actually not. Because I had lasagna with corn.
You know what? That sounds fucking amazing. Where'd you get that from?
I made it myself, so it's even better.
You made lasagna?
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me you know how to make lasagna? If I move to Germany, can we be roommates?
You know what? You can move in the apartment across same building across the floor, whatever, across the hallway, whatever it's called.
Cool. Will I get lasagna?
You know what? Sure. If you get a big enough oven that I can make a big enough lasagna for both of us, sure.
I will fucking buy 2 ovens if I need to. I do like lasagna. It fucking slaps, and I do like corn. Corn is amazing.
Honestly, it's not that complicated to make, so yeah, sure.
I mean, it's not complicated. However, my everything I eat is either already ready to eat or it takes like seconds to prepare. I'm like mentally incapable of preparing food in like a long-term cooking process. I have done it before.
It takes like, if we're talking just the active aspect, because it has to bake or cook or whatever in the oven and all that.
That also
the
counts.
active aspect takes maybe 5 at worst 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, but the cooking process also counts.
Well, then...
If I'm hungry, I'm hungry right now, not in an hour.
Let's say 40 to 50 minutes then. You know what? Yeah, so...
That is way too much time.
Yeah, let me know when you're moving in.
Give me 4 to 5 business months.
What is a business month?
It's however many months are in a month with days that are working days.
Each month has days that are working days, so each month counts. So 5 business months, by your definition, are just 5 months. I'm pretty sure that's not what you meant to say, but that's literally what you said.
You're so welcome. I'm
a businessman, which is a man that has ever in his life done business. And I, as a kid, went to the store and bought something. Thus, I am now a businessman.
If you said business once again, I'm gonna go put on my shirt.
Biz. Nos.
You're walking with thin ice, my boy.
I hope my thin ice don't melt.
It might crack, you fucking crack whore.
Yeah, that would crack me up.
I bet it would, you fucking slut.
Yeah, that's my business.
Oh, okay. You've asked for this.
You wanted to show it off anyway, so you're welcome.
I didn't, but my brain decided.
Yeah,
fuck
right.
it. I'll be back in 3 to 5 business minutes. I don't know how you define a business minute, but I'm sure Skyler's can figure that one out.
I assume it's a minute in which you do business. I can technically make money from streaming. Thus, any minute right now is a business minute because I could earn money through ads, bits, subscriptions, and all that. So, I'm running. So, they were swallowed by the earth and they descended alive, the ground closing around them, into the underworld, and they perished from the midst of the multitude. Very interesting. So I have to check something. I need the translation. What is to perish? Because I thought it was just die. Yeah, die. Okay. Okay. That's very interesting. So they descended alive, the ground closing around them, into the underworld, and they perished. So they descended to the underworld and dead. Do you feel accomplished?
I don't. It's very uncomfortable. I work to work every day and I don't like it. But I mean, if we're talking business, we need a shirt.
Business.
So what? I have more shirts. Don't tempt me.
I'm just waiting for you to spill, honestly. So, Terrace, just as a reminder, so those two heathens were speaking against the Lord, and then the earth devoured them, right? And their tabernacles.
Yes.
And they descended alive, the ground closing around them, into the underworld. So they're going into the underworld, still being alive, and then the ground closes back up, so everything's back to normal, and they're now in the underworld being alive, right?
Okay, yeah.
And they perished from the midst of the multitude.
Like in the middle of it.
From the midst, so I guess they
you
die and then you're gone.
From the midst means from within, essentially.
No, it doesn't necessarily. I think it just like pass away. You know how you pass away from the living people, I guess. I think that's more like what this means. But yeah, perishing is synonymous to dying, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So let me just repeat. And they descended alive, the ground closing around them, into the underworld. And they perished from the midst of the multitude.
There's rice all over my shirt.
So the way that I'm interpreting this is, they went into the underworld, and then they literally died instantly, as soon as they were in the underworld.
Like spontaneously combusted.
Yeah, something like that. Yet truly, all of Israel, which was standing all around, took flight at the clamor of those who were perishing, saying, how do they know that they're perishing? I thought the ground closed. So, okay, no, we need to reevaluate.
Well.
So they descended alive. So they're descending and they're still alive. Then the ground is closing. I guess closing is still ongoing. So they're going down. The ground is closing in. As they're descending into the underworld, they're not there yet. I guess they're just heading towards it. Or, maybe the underworld is just like, a few meters below the ground. And they were just in the underworld. And then they die. The ground hasn't fully closed up yet. And then everyone just sees them perishing.
Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. I
That's
think that's the one thing in this entire thing that sounds like it makes sense. Okay, go on.
Yeah, that's the only logical explanation I can come up with for these. It's just, you know what? Let me just. I need to put this as a comment. Yeah, go away. Delete. Yes, new comment. So they went into the underworld and then died instantly while the ground was closing. Not fully closed yet.
I'm gonna add some butter
Others
to my soup.
saw them die. They went into the underworld. Yep. That's literally what this has to mean. So, what did you say?
I added some butter to my soup.
Good for you.
It's pretty nice.
Okay, so, and then all the others were afraid, took flight, saying, "Lest perhaps the earth may swallow us whole also." Then, too, a fire going forth from the lard put to death the 250 men who were offering the incest.
Wow.
And the Lord spoke to Osmosis, saying,
I bet he fucking did.
Instruct...
I forgot I added the cinnamon drink to it. That's fucking awful. I fucking hate it, thanks.
Yeah, I hate you too.
Understandable. Not excusable.
Yeah, just like your scream.
You have never been more welcome.
Instruct Elysia, the son of Triple Aaron the priest, to take up the censers which lie in the burning. How can a censer lie? Can't even speak. And to scatter the fire to one side and another, because they were sanctified in the deaths of these sinners. And let him form them into plates and affix them to the altar. Because incest had been offered in them to the Lord, and they were sanctified, and so that the sons of Israel may discern in them a sign and a memorial. Therefore, Eleazar the priest took the bronze censers by which those whom the burning devoured had made an offering, and he formed them into plates, affixing them to the altar, so that the sons of Israel would have, thereafter, something to admonish them, lest any stranger or anyone who is not of the offspring of Triple Aaron might approach to offer incest to the Lord, and lest he endure what happened to Korah and to all his congregation when the Lord spoke to Osmosis. Oh my god, Terrace. Remember when I made the joke about dog food and you being a bitch? And then I was like, yeah, well, you're not really a bitch, but I had to make the joke.
Sure, why not?
You are a dog, though, so the dog food is fitting. The Pavlovian response of "and the Lord spoke to Moses" is just... I like page 85, though. That's my favorite page so far, honestly.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's funny. What the fuck happened there?
You tell me. I'm guessing this was supposed to be on the previous page. Yeah, because you inserted the image. I bet. Image has to go. Yeah.
That's really funny.
When the Lord spoke to Osmosis. Yeah, so you already drank for this. Literal dog. Then, the following day, the entire multitude of the sons of Israel murmured against Osmosis and Triple Aaron, saying, "You have put to death the people of the large." And when there arose a sedition and the tumult increased, Osmosis and Triple Aaron fled to the terrace. Help. I'm seeing a new word that I think he's busy. I'm pretty sure it would be easier to put on the headphones first and then this, but okay. Paris, I need your help.
Okay. Right,
Page 85. I'm seeing a word, and you know, English is not my native language, so I'm not familiar with this word. Do you see 1643?
Yes.
Or 42, I guess is where it starts. And when there arose a sedition and the tumult increased, Osmosis and Triple Aaron fled to the... What does this mean? I don't think I've seen this word before.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
Yes!
What? How the fuck? How the literal fucking mother of Skytis?
Look further on the page. I highlighted. Did you not do the replace?
I did. You read the word Skytis like a dozen times now.
What the fuck?
Has this fucking Google Doc just reverted to its primal form or some shit?
Maybe because it's not capitalized. You gotta replace lowercase with uppercase now.
I did. I fixed it. It's fine.
Okay, but anyway, so yeah, that now that you replaced it, it's fine. But still, what does that word mean? I've never seen it before.
Well, it's just a more commonly easier pronounceable word for Skytis. Not the more common folk use.
Okay, how do you pronounce it?
Well, you know, it's like dog, but you start it with a G, and then you end it with but you end it with a D.
Oh, so you're just doing product placement for GOG. Got it.
It's like you take the word dog and you flip it upside down, and then you put the letters the right way up.
It's like POG.
No, but then you put the letters the right way up.
If I put it upside down and then put the letters the right way up, then it says dog. Because I literally
but you're
upside down.
No, you're right. So you take the whole word, right? Look. So
yeah.
You take the whole word, you rotate it, and then you take individual letter and you rotate that again, so it's back on the right side.
I'm so glad you're a linguistic expert.
I'm so glad to be of service.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
I bet you fucking will. I'm gonna put my headphones the right way up because this is very uncomfortable. I hurt my thumb. It really hurts.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Okay. Where is Cat Peasant? This is unacceptable.
How about you just message him?
What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
You're probably Googling if you have cancer because your thumb hurts.
No, I couldn't give a shit why my thumb hurts. I could be fucking having kidney failure and I wouldn't care why. I doubt I'll live past 30. That's just fine.
The fuck is kidney failure? So you have your kid and your knee fail at the same time?
I
didn't know you had kids. No, I'm just kidding.
Shut the fuck up.
Just kidding. Do you need help?
This is pretty neat. Oh no. am upset.
Hello, upset. I am Skytis.
I bet you fucking
I
are.
am the loud your Skytis.
How the fuck? How in the fucking name of fuck do you fuck?
Well, if you move in, I can show you.
Please don't.
Yeah, that would be a sin, I know. No flow of seed allowed.
Do not seed $20 fine.
Well, I mean, if you, depending on what you see, that might actually be a lot more than $20. I don't know about the law in the UK, but seeding torrents in Germany, depending on the torrent, can be pretty, it's copyright violation. Yeah, that's a blast from the past. You didn't see that one coming.
Wow.
Osmosis and Triple Aaron fled to the lowercase Skytis tent of the Covenant. But after they had entered it, the cloud covered it. And then Terrace fell prone on his face.
Okay, you said the lowercase Skytis.
It's clearly different from the other Skytis, and I'm still waiting for you to fix it.
Just out of fucking spite, I won't.
I can report you for harassment. You know that, right?
Yes, you can. Fucking do it. I fucking dare you.
But after they had entered it, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. And the Lord said to Osmosis,
Yeah, he did, yeah.
withdraw from the midst of this multitude, and I will destroy them immediately. And while they were lying on the ground, Osmosis said to Triple Aaron, take the censer and draw fire into it from the altar. Place incense upon it and continue on, quickly, to the people, to pray for them. For already wrath has gone forth from the Lord, and the scourge rages. When Triple Aaron had done this, and he ran into the midst of the multitude, which the burning fire was now destroying, and he offered the incense. And standing between the dead and the living, he prayed for the people, and the scourge ceased. But the number of those who were struck down was 14,000 men, and 700 aside from those who had perished in the sedition of Korah.
I need wine.
And Triple Aaron returned to Osmosis at the door of the Skytis tent of the Covenant after the destruction quieted. What the fuck? Like, actually, what the fuck is a god tent? Did you replace... You fuck! That's how it... You replace... That's how you get god... You incompetent fuck! Can't you do anything right? Why would you do that?
Oh my fucking god. I can't believe I've done this.
Same, dude. So can you please fix all of your fucking mistakes?
No, the Skytis tent makes perfect sense.
Can you please make it into a single word? And also just capitalize it properly. My OCD is getting triggered. And you know what, Terrace? Just for this fucking blasphemy, number 17. And the Lord spoke to Osmosis, saying...
Son of a bitch.
I don't think that's what he said.
Yeah, how the fuck do you know?
Speak to the sons of Israel, and receive from each of them a rod by their kinships, from all the leaders of the tribes, 12 rods, and write the name on each one of each one on his rod. But the name of Triple Aaron shall be...
I fixed it.
Thanks. But the name of Triple Aaron shall be for the tribe of Levi, and 1 rod separately shall contain all their families. And you shall place these in the sky's tent of the covenant before the testimony, where I will speak to you. And just to be clear, in case anyone is confused, I mean, I guess you have to watch all of the Bible readings in succession, but yeah, tabernacle has now been replaced with sky's tent.
I got honey.
But do you also have MILF?
I do in the fridge.
You have MILF in the fridge?
Yes.
I guess that's one of your 3 women this year?
Or what's left of her.
That went dark real fast. You know, Terrace, there's a... You know what, this goes into that one particular... You know, the things I don't want to say on stream.
I think Sky is just typing. He's done it in the thing.
Yeah.
I thought I'm gonna get an angry DM.
I mean, it's basically the same.
Right. Well, now you fucking tell me that.
Same goes for, you know, the other thing that you might, you know.
Wow. That's kind of gay.
It's a woman. Like, what? What? You know what? Whatever. But the name
I'm just eating honey. Fuck you.
You're licking plastic.
Well, but there's honey inside it. I poured it in the cup.
Why didn't you just pour it in your mouth, you?
Well, because then that's too much honey. It's like really sweet, so I want to take my time with it.
Just pour a bit of honey into your... Whatever. But
well, that's what I'm doing. Instead of pouring it, I'm just scooping it with my multi-purpose tongue.
You can't spell scoop without co-op. And you shall place these in the sky's tent of the covenant before the testimony, where I will speak to you. Whomever of these I will choose, his rod will germinate. And so shall I restrain the complaints of the sons of Israel before me, by which they murmur against you. And osmosis...
Can you still germinate if you're not German?
It's germinate, not germinate.
Can you germinate if you're not German?
Dude, I'm gonna make a soft drink that's literally just sugar water, and I'm gonna call it Germinate. It's like lemonade, but German. You know what? Maybe just honey water, and that'll just be Germinade.
You know, that'd be fucking... I'll buy that. That'd be fucking whack. Honey is fucking awesome.
Or maybe the name is already taken. I guess what Greece received several years ago was Germinate.
I do like honey. Although not the Chrome extension, but like the actual liquid.
I don't like Chrome.
I don't mind Chrome.
Yeah, but Google bad MK. And as Moses spoke to the sons of Israel, germinate. Whomever of these I will choose, his rod will germinate, and so I shall restrain the complaints of the sons of Israel before me, by which they murmur against you. And as Moses spoke to the sons of Israel, and all the leaders gave him rods, 1 for each tribe. And there were 12 rods, what a surprise, aside from the rod of triple Aaron. When Moses had placed these before the Lord in the sky's tent of the testimony, returning on the following day, he found that the rod of triple Aaron for the house of Levi had germinated, and that the swelling buds had opened into flowers, which, spreading their petals, were formed into those of an almond tree. Therefore, Moses brought out all the rods from the sight of the Lord to all the sons of Israel. And they saw, and each one received their rod. Their rods. Wait, each one received their rods? Yeah. I thought there's 1 for each.
One whole entire.
Yeah, but it's each one received their rods, which is plural.
Yeah, maybe there's more than 1.
I don't know, it looked like a mistake to me, but... And the Lord said to us, Moses... I was kind of just hoping you would pick up the rice bag and just chuck from that. That would have been good, but And the Lord said to Moses, carry back the rod of triple Aaron into the sky's tent of the testimony, so that it may be kept there as a sign of the rebellion of the sons of Israel, and so that their complaints may be quieted before me, lest they die. And as Moses did just as the Lord had instructed. Then the sons... Then as Moses fell flat on his face and fucking died from skull fracture. Then the sons of Israel said to Moses, behold, we have been consumed. We have been ruined. Whoever approaches to the sky's tent of the Lord dies. Will we all be wiped away, even to total annihilation? Go ahead, Harris. What is it?
I mean, they were consumed, but were they eaten out though?
No. Are you gonna make a bag mask so the woman can actually have sex with you without being disgusted by your face?
No. What, you think they're conscious? Come on.
That's a fucking table response right there. I gotta give you that. That's probably that might just be. Yep. Credit where credit is due.
Like, who do you think I am, man? Come on.
What are you doing? May I ask?
What have you
wait. I know what you're doing. So, may I guess what you're doing?
Okay, yeah, you may guess, yes.
Okay, so today is Saturday, the 18th of December, 2021, correct?
I don't know.
It is, at least according to my thingy. So I think what you're doing. So first of all, let's establish the fact. You're so drunk that you won't remember anything tomorrow. So what you're doing right now is you're wrapping all of this in paper. And then tomorrow you'll be like, oh hey, Christmas presents, I'll leave them there. And then next weekend, on Christmas, you will take away the paper and you're like, somebody got me Christmas presents. Somebody cares about me. And then you'll be happy. Because you think somebody cares.
If I get a Christmas present, I'll fucking stab whoever gives me that present. Because fuck Christmas.
Is that a challenge?
Yes.
I just want to point out, what if I... Okay, well, you know what? Let's just say somebody, some random viewer decides to tip you some money, or buy you a game on Steam or something, and then just that's your Christmas present. What are you gonna do? How would you stab them?
With a blade.
Okay, how would you physically do that?
Well, I'd go to where they live.
Okay, and how would you know where that is?
You vastly underestimate what I'm capable of.
I mean, you weren't capable of figuring out where I live.
I mean, yeah, but you're a fucking anomaly. Fuck you.
Okay, well, there you have it. If you think you're as good as I am at hiding your identity, go give Terrace something for Christmas. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be much. Just something. Make sure that it's clear it's a Christmas present, and then see what the madman does. Numbers 18. And the Lord said to triple Aaron?
Oh, interesting.
I mean,
what a fucking plot twist.
I was not expecting that. We don't have any rules for that, so that's just nope. And the Lord said to triple Aaron. Since when does he speak to fucking triple Aaron alone? It's always towards Moses or both of them. What?
Magic.
You and your sons and the house of your daddy with you shall carry the iniquity of the sanctuary. And you and your sons together shall bear the sins of your priesthood. But they didn't even sin though. What the fuck did they do wrong? But take to yourselves also your brothers from the tribe of Levi and the scepter of your daddy, and may they be prepared and may they minister to you. Then you and your sons shall minister in the sky's tent of the testimony. And the Levites shall stand watch by your precepts. And for all the works of the sky's tent,
I do like how it is just a tent. That's not even joking. It is just a tent.
One of the probably hundreds of tents that they have, because everyone has their own.
Yeah, that are all filled with gold.
I'm just kind of picturing it like your PoE hideout. Everyone has one. Some of them put like lots of effort in. Some just have the shittiest, most like form over function over form or whatever. And they have just one. Like one of them just has one really high effort, or they just have a guild hideout where they all actually put all the effort in and that actually looks good. And all the other ones are just like, well, yeah, sure, this is where I spent my time.
Nice. I like that.
And the Levites shall stand watch by your precepts and for all the works of the sky's tent. Yet in such a manner that they shall not approach the vessels of the sanctuary and of the altar, lest both they die, and you perish at the same time.
Spontaneously.
Oh, both. They die and you perish at the same time.
Nice. What's the difference?
But they may be with you, and they may watch over the care of the sky's tent and all its ceremonies. A foreigner shall not be mixed with you. Watch over the care of the sanctuary and over the ministry of the altar, lest an indignation may rise over the sons of Israel.
What's an indignation?
That's dignity. Do you know what dignity is?
Yes.
Dignified. Do you know that word?
Sure.
Indignified. You know that word?
Okay. Sure.
And what was the word? What was the exact word?
Indignation.
Yeah, there you go. I assume it's just
You
something.
assume. So you're not sure. So you're fucking lying to me, you fucking son of a bitch.
I always assume. I'm very sure, but I'm never 100% sure. How do I know that any of this?
Well, that's not assume.
No.
You're using the wrong word. It's not assume. It's presume. Presumptions are based on experiences and knowledge. Assume is just a random guess.
Okay, you know what? Then I'm presuming all of this. Because how do I know? How do I know that any of this means what I think it does? Maybe none of this makes sense because what I've been taught in school about English is all wrong, and they just trolled me in such a way that I never found out, because what I thought all the words meant still makes some sense, but it doesn't mean what I think it does.
Would that surprise you, though?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
5.
A woodchuck can chuck wood. So a woodchuck.
7.
Well, actually, a woodchuck would chuck no wood because a woodchuck can chuck wood.
But what if he can?
But if a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
5.
How would you know that?
I asked him.
Okay, but you need to play Monkey Island.
I don't want to.
But you should. And you should
buy
stream
me
it.
Buy me and I will do it right the fuck now.
A Bible.
That's not fucking relevant.
True, the Bible is pretty irrelevant. I gotta give you that.
I think is there any more colorful spots, like darker spots you can see on my wall?
Yeah, but I think those are just because your camera is not good enough.
Alexa, lights 100%.
Okay.
There's one spot like to the bottom left of the nail, but it's like brighter. It's almost as if it's reflecting.
Alexa, shut the fuck up before I unplug you.
Can you do me one favor?
Come on.
Alexa, who is the Ladior Skytis?
I don't think she's gonna know that.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, I will fucking throw you in the composter. Shut up.
So yeah, as I said, to the bottom left of the nail, there's something that seems like more reflective. Maybe just point with your finger and then I can direct you if you can't see it.
It's not a nail, it's a screw, but yeah.
Well, I can't fucking tell, but yeah, that now it's gone. No more shininess. It's cropped off for the stream anyway, so it's all confusing for people, but whatever. Okay, watch over the care of the sanctuary and over the ministry of the altar, lest an indignation may rise over the sons of Israel. I have given your brothers, the Levites, to you from the midst of the sons of Israel, and I have delivered them as a gift to the Lord, in order to serve in the ministries of his sky's tent. But as for you and your sons, guard the priesthood. I just can't
Alexa,
stop thinking of the...
lights 10%.
I don't know why, but whenever I read the word priesthood, I just think of... This is a fancy way of the foreskin for the priests.
Lights 10%. Fucking cunt. I'll do it myself. Give me.
You didn't appreciate my joke.
I couldn't hear your joke.
I
I was
know.
too busy being angry at Alexa.
For all that pertains to the service of the altar, and of what is
Shut up!
beyond the veil shall be exercised by the priests. If any outsider will approach, he shall be killed. What?
Is that a promise?
Google, are you fucking retarded? If any outsider will approach, what's wrong about that? No, it is whatever. And the Lord said to triple Aaron, behold, I have given you custody of my first fruits. And you don't.
Okay.
I have given you custody of my first fruit. Everything that is sanctified by the sons of Israel, I have delivered to you and your sons, for the office of the priesthood, by everlasting ordinances. Therefore, you shall receive these, from the things that are sanctified and offered to the Lord. Every offering and sacrifice, and whatever is repaid to me, on behalf of sin, and also for offenses, and which becomes the Holy of Holies, shall be for you and for your sons. Okay, so here we have it, like black and white. Anything that is paid to like repent for anything goes straight to the priests. You shall eat it in the sanctuary. Only the males shall eat from it, because it has been consecrated for you. But the first fruits, which the sons of Israel shall vow and offer, I have given to you and to your sons, as well as to your daughters, by a perpetual right. But why are you giving the first fruits to the daughters if only the males shall eat from it?
Yes.
All the innermost of the oil and of the wine and of the grain, whatever first fruits they offer to the Lord, I have given to you. What? Terrace.
Yes.
What is the innermost of the oil?
It's that thing that's beside the thing where it does the thing.
Okay, but what's the innermost of the oil which was offered to the Lord? I think that's what I'm asking.
Well, if you have an oil that you're gonna offer to the Lord, and then you might want to put something in it, like a chili pepper, to spice so the oil soaks into the pepper, and the oil is like it's like a chili oil. It's like really nice, so you might want to give that to the Lord because it's nice. So you might put other things into the oil.
So the innermost of the oil is basically what is covered and soaked in oil.
It's the thing that's giving the oil the extra flavor.
Sure.
You just throw something in it and you call it a day.
Sure, you know what? Let's go with that because that makes more sense in the fucking Bible. All the first of the crops which the soil produces and which are carried to the Lord shall fall to your use. Whoever is clean in your house shall eat them. All that the sons of Israel shall repay by vow shall be yours. Whatever goes out first from the womb of all flesh, so not only the males, whoever is the first one, which they offer to the Lord, okay, I guess that's only men, whether from men or from cattle, shall be your right. So he's stating right here, just because I know you're not paying enough attention, Terry, so just pay attention right now to what I'm saying, okay? Just for a moment.
Okay.
The Lord is saying right now that anything that is sacrificed to the Lord, like anything that is for, hey, I sinned, here's my cocks and my she-goat and whatever the fuck, and here's my oil and my wheat flour, anything that is given to the Lord for sin or as a sacrifice or whatever, and any firstborn that are given to the Lord, because that's a rule if you remember, any of those go straight to the priests. It's theirs.
Okay.
So they get anything that is sacrificed to the Lord, or almost anything.
Okay.
Just so just making sure that you
Yeah.
Yet only in so far as the firstborn of men you shall accept a price. What? And every animal that is unclean you shall cause to be redeemed. And its redemption shall be, after 1 month, 5 shekels of silver by the weight of the sanctuary. A shekel has 20 obols. But the firstborn of a cow, or of a sheep, or of a goat, you shall not cause to be redeemed, because they have been sanctified to the Lord.
Okay.
Thus, their blood you shall pour out upon the altar, and their fat you shall burn as a most sweet odor to the Lord. That's the stuff. Yet, truly, the flesh shall fall to your use, just as the consecration Brestonian and the right shoulder shall be yours. All the first fruits of the sanctuary, which the sons of Israel offer to the Lord, I have given to you and to your sons, as well as to your daughters.
Oh, what the fuck?
As a perpetual right.
Oh no.
There we have it, folks. Black on white, the first mention of women's rights in perpetuity.
Wow.
It is an everlasting covenant of salt before the Lord. What?
Excuse me.
Perish? What did you do?
What did I do?
1819. You know what? Just read 1819 and tell me what you did. I
18.
I highlighted, here. After what I highlighted.
All the first fruits of the sanctuary. Wait, that's not. Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's. Read that.
All the first fruits of the sanctuary, which the sons of Israel offer to the Lord, I have given to you and to the sons as well as to the daughters, as to your daughters, as the perpetual right it is to everlasting covenant of salt before the Lord for you and your son. What the fuck kind of crack ass fucking shit is this?
So I
don't understand any of this.
Just recap. So all the everything, basically, in simple terms, it's not everything, but basically everything that's given to the sanctuary, you and your sons and your daughters get in perpetuity. That's an everlasting covenant of salt? What the fuck is a covenant of salt before the Lord? For you and your sons, but not your daughters? So it's given to the daughters, but it's not a covenant to the daughters? So how does this compute?
Salt.exe stopped responding.
What is a covenant of salt? Can you please find that out if you have a moment?
I will. Give me covenant of salt. Covenant of salt. Wikipedia.
I was kind of hoping
shut the fuck in the book of Numbers. God's covenant with the Aaronic priesthood is said to be a covenant of salt. In the second book of Chronicles, God's covenant with the Davidic kings of Israel is also described as the covenant of salt. According to the New Oxford Annotated Bible, of salt most likely means that a covenant is a perpetual covenant because of the use of salt as a preservative.
You know what? I don't buy it. Message Salt and ask him what a covenant of salt is.
The commandment regarding grain offering of the book of Leviticus states, every offering of your grain offering you shall season with salt. You shall not allow the salt of the covenant of your God to be lacking from your grain offering. With all your offerings you shall offer salt.
So basically, salt is a sign of preservation or just long lasting, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, can you still do me a favor and message Salt and ask him what a covenant of salt is? I'm sure
Discord
he would know, right?
Salt. What is a covenant of salt? Covenant of salt. In brackets, lowercase salt.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you. Okay, so now that we figured that out, and the Lord said to triple Aaron.
That's a fucking bait and switch right there.
You were like, and the Lord said to triple.
Oh.
You know, you can, nobody's stopping you from just adding phrases that just, if that's what you want to do, then, you do you.
I'll replace
guess-
a curly
I guess the loud is just-
I'll replace every curly bracket with "Then Lord spoke to Moses."
Nice. You want to die? Okay, got it. I think the Lord is just mad at Osmosis for some reason, and so he's just like, fuck you, I'll not speak to you, I'll just speak to your brother, whatever. What the fuck is going on with your internet or Jitsi? It's just
you having a fucking stroke.
super low quality and super stuttery. It also dropped out for a few moments not too long ago while you were having your talk about salt. It just
How about we write a heavily worded email to Jitsi and we demand that they fix their thing or they give us financial compensation for the damage we have suffered due to the lack of their service being provided.
Okay, how heavily worded are we talking? Like, how many heavy words are we using? Are we using like heavy?
I mean, every
fat,
word should have
overweight.
No. Like every word should have at least 12 characters in it. Which we will have to put our heads together to write a sentence.
You know what,
Terrace? That only consists of 12 character words plus.
Terrace, if you write that complaint where every word has 12 characters or more, I'll give you $10.
Oh,
if you can write a coherent and proper complaint text that at least vaguely addresses our problems, where every word has 12 or more characters, you get $10.
Oh,
and the Lord said to Triple Aaron, in their land you shall possess nothing. Wait, what? But okay. Neither shall you have a portion among them. I am your portion and your inheritance in the midst of the sons of Israel. But I have given to the sons of Levi all the tithes of Israel as a possession for the ministry by which they serve me in the skytest tent of the covenant. So that the sons of Israel may no longer approach to the skytest tent nor commit deadly sin. Only the sons of Levi may serve me in the skytest tent and may carry the sins of the people. It shall be an everlasting ordinance in your generations. They shall possess nothing else, being content with the oblation of tithes, which I have separated for their uses and necessities. And the Lord spoke to Osmosis. Saying,
what's the word that means another word?
Synonym?
That's the one.
You're so fucking welcome. You can copy later.
That's fucking brilliant.
And the Lord spoke to Osmosis, saying, instruct the Levites, and also declare to them, when you will receive from the sons of Israel the tithes which I have given to you, offer their first fruits to the Lord, that is, the 10th part of a tenth, so that it may be accounted to you as an oblation of the first fruits, as much from the threshing floors as from the oil and wine presses. And offer the first fruits of everything, from which you receive tithes, to the Lord, and give them to Triple Aaron the priest. Everything which you shall offer from the tithes, and which you shall separate as gifts to the Lord, shall be the finest and most select. And you shall say to them, if you offer the noble and the better of the tithes, it shall be accounted to you as if you had given from the first fruits of the threshing floor and of the oil on and wine presses. So if you offer the good stuff of your harvest, it counts as first fruits, basically. Sure. And you shall eat these in all your places. All your places. Okay.
Every single one.
Both you and your families, because it is your price for the ministry by which you serve in the skytest tent of the testimony. And you shall not sin in this way, by reserving the excellent and fat things for yourselves, lest you pollute the oblations of the sons of Israel, and lest you die.
Wow.
I bet Terrace doesn't even realize.
What? Oh yeah, it's done. It's dead now. It's gone. It's finito, complete. It's done. It's end. The how do you say the end in German?
You tell me. You're the expert here.
Aren't you the German?
I'm not a German. I don't have any germs. For you, at least.
Wow. But what if I want your germs?
You're a germite.
Well, what if I say please?
No, you have to say daddy, please. Well,
Understandable.
it looks like we're done.
I mean, to be fair, I would have probably gone for a bit longer if we had a single comment on this entire stream. See, this was an unorthodoxly fucking quiet stream.
That's why you have to plan your content to not require chat interaction. That's why Bible is so great. You know, my Monday streams, they actually require people to talk. Otherwise it gets boring. But this, I can just, nobody's talking. Okay, I'll just read the Bible, whatever. And the Bible is going to entertain me, at least somewhat. Okay, you know what? Yeah, yeah, sure. Fuck you. You didn't chat. We're leaving. You don't deserve this. Screw you.
That's pretty much the gist.
Yeah. I can get behind that. I need radies. Who do be kinda live though.
Let me see what the guy that I have on my list.
Let me guess, he's playing Stream Raiders.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
It just upsets me.
Me is not even here, I think. At least he hasn't spoken up.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is here.
Maybe they just fucking took their lesson. You know, they were listening earlier and they were like, don't do the Bible. You're gonna need alcohol. Here's my advice, don't do it. Remember when we basically said that? They listened. Isn't that great?
Wow, that's actually kind of rude.
Okay, you know what? I guess we're going here. Also, in case anyone's... Well, yeah, I guess